And just that you know, we are recording this session mainly so you can get it afterwards and recall what we just said and use Torch the best way you could. I see people are joining in. That's awesome. We'll give it one more minute.
We'll jump right in.
We'll jump right in. We are excited. I hope you are too. Okay. I see that enough people are in. That's amazing. We never expected, I guess, so many people joining us. So thank you so much. We'll officially start now. Thank you so much for joining us on this webinar. We are so excited to finally introduce you to Torch, Darrow's new legal AI tool on your browser, the tool that can help you go through every legal process in your day-to-day work. Your partner in crime, in making justice. Again, super excited. I'm Rona. I'm a UX expert from the product team here at Darrow. I've been here at Darrow in the past 2.5 years, working with our internal legal analysts to build legal tools to help them go through their legal processes. I'm coming with years of experience in doing research in the interaction field, and I graduated from CU Boulder in Colorado. And that's me. With me here is Shir.
Hi, everyone. Excited to be here. I'm Shir. I'm a product manager at Darrow. I'm leading Torch. I've been in Darrow for the past 4 years almost. And I'm coming from a background of cybersecurity and intelligence. Yeah, that's me.
Amazing. So a bit about what we're gonna do today. In the next 30 minutes, we're gonna actually tell you about Torch and how it came about. We're gonna give you a live demo so you can see it in action and so you can learn how you can actually use it for your own specific and unique needs on your day-to-day as legal professionals. Then we're gonna open it up for questions and discussion. And this is a great opportunity to remind you to put your questions in as we go. We'll make our best effort to address all of your questions at the end of it. And also, as I mentioned in the beginning, but just because some of you have just joined, we're recording sessions, so everything is being recorded. We're gonna send it to you so you can recall and go back to it.
Let's start.
And let's get started. So a bit about Darrow, who we are. Darrow is a legal tech company founded 5 years ago by two entrepreneurs. One is a legal expert that actually worked on the Supreme Court, and the other one is a tech expert. Together, they came together to bring technology into the legal field. We are based in two main locations in the US and Tel Aviv. We are over 160 employees, in which almost half are actually lawyers and legal professionals themselves. The other half are tech experts. And this is Deo. Sheila is now going to tell you about how Torch came about.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Rona. So as Rona mentioned, we are a company that is working with legal professional for almost five years now. And one of the goals was to help our legal professionals to address one of the most tedious tasks that they have in their day-to-day, which is legal research, which is something that comes to mind in every aspect of the flow, whether you're in a discovery session, whether you're in an ideation process, whether you're getting an intake from a customer. Research is probably a significant aspect of your day. And Torch was designed actually to help to support this flow, to streamline the process, to streamline the multi-sources research flow, to cut the time mainly, and to allow you to decide if you want to spend your time on other types of tasks that are not research, or to just deep dive into the research and to make the most of the time you're already spending on it. So how are we doing it? How Torch is designed to actually support this flow? So we have three main design principles. One of them is the workflow embedded. So you'll notice in the demo that Torch actually has two surfaces. One of them is the extension that you seeing in the picture here, and the other one is the full app. So Torch is actually designed to be some kind of a tag along. It's designed to be part of your discovery session when you're going and browsing into the world, trying to collect information. It works with you. It walks with you and just enable you to collect the data as you go. The second aspect is the expert-led tool. As we mentioned, we are a company that is the main work that we do is along with legal professionals. So our unique models, our unique tools are designed especially for their needs. So we have two specific models that Rona will also present in the demo. One of them is the key insight and the other one is violation. And they're unique is that they are particularly designed to answer the questions that are being asked and briefed by legal professionals. And the third aspect is the from inquiry to report. Torch is designed to support the entire flow process, which means that created Torch to in a way that supports the different aspect of the research. Again, if you're in ideation, you have a place to ideate with Torch. If you are in a discovery mode and you're collecting information, you're using the extension to collect your information and evidence as you go. And if you're in a point where you have collected all the information and you want to just simply synthesize the information to ask specific question and to create brief, you have the full app, the folder chats that we'll present in a minute to also provide you the options to create those. And I think that with this, we'll move on to the demo.
Amazing. So let's see it live so you can actually see how it works. 1 second. So just for the sake of the folks who haven't got to use it yet, I know some of you have already gotten through using Torch and have explored it a bit, but we'll make sure everybody are on the same page. So we start from the very beginning. From your emails or from the devil's website, you're gonna get to the Chrome store. In the Chrome store, you have this little Add to Chrome button, the blue button. So click it, add extension. This is a great opportunity to remind you that Torch is not going to get installed into the computer. It's a plugin on your browser. It gets just to the things through your browser. Nothing gets installed in the computer. In the authentication, you can either log in with your Google or Apple account or with your credentials. Personally, I like through Google, but anything goes. So we'll add it to my Chrome. Now you have two main ways to access Torch. In that part, you have actually 2.5 or 3. It's either you can open Torch from here, but I want to show you how you're going to access it every single time you're going to go back. So it's either from the toolbar of the browser itself, here on the little puzzle piece. That's where you manage all of your extension. You can see here Torch by Dero. I truly recommend pinning it just so you can have it accessible all times on the top of your browser. And that's a great opportunity to open it up. Amazing. Remember, she told you that Torch is embedded in your workflow. It's context aware. We're gonna go very soon to Torch as a context embedded, but you can also use Torch without context.
Right. Now, worth mentioning that at the first time you're gonna use Torch, then because this is not obviously our first time, in the first time you're gonna use Torch will introduce itself to you, and it's gonna explain to you its capabilities and also help you understand what kind of actions you can do. But just because we already done with the onboarding session, let's gonna try and have a general question just to test the water and see how it goes. So let's try to ask him for
For the legal
the
highlights, I
highlights in
think.
the legal field.
Legal highlights of
Okay.
today. So again, Torch now is without any specific context. And when I mean context, I mean the web pages that you browse. They are added to your prompt. But it can also be your partner in just ideating, being creative, throw at it any question that you have in mind, and it will ping pong with you. So let's see what it gave me here.
So you can see that, first of all, in order to be able to answer this question, obviously, Torch needs to browse and search the web for the answer because today news is quite new. So it just browses outside and it gives me information about court decision that were taken today, changes in regulatory and government development, and any news that it was able to find. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Torch, for giving me the highlights of the day. Now let's go to some context. And for the sake of the demo, I opened a PDF that I'm supposedly currently working on. PDFs could be opened in the browser, every PDF. Even if you have a local PDF on your computer, if you right-click it, you'll find the option to open it in a browser. That way, Torch can help you actually go through it. So now this PDF is my context. You can see here, in this label, the Torch understands where it is. That's the context label. It's gonna be changed through my browsing. It always will indicate where I am. So you understand that Torch understands, and you can then ask it a question. The context also, it's not just the page that you're seeing, it's the entire document. You don't need to go through the pages. Torch understands the backend of this entire document. And as we like to do, we're going to start with a general question. By the way, just because I actually started a new thread of thought, I'm going to open a new chat. Torch understand where I am. I'm going to ask it to give me the summary of this document for just to start with. Can you give me the summary of this? I uh, intentionally asked this question in a very general way. Ask this, so you can see Torch understands that this means these documents. It knows where we are, what we are talking about, what's the context we are actually reviewing. If we review the answer, so again, it gives me the highlight, the title of the document, the summary, the main body of the summary, and it also asks me if I want to extract key legal features. That's where you're gonna meet the first model, the secret sauce of Darrow. Remember, she told you we are working with legal professionals for years, internal legal professionals. So we build this model based on their knowledge. With the key with the key insight features, Torch is gonna extract all the legal features from this document in a very structured way.
Now, the idea is that the specific features that Torch is going to extract and the way it's going to create the schema was originally designed with those legal professionals to just make sure that we highlight the relevant information, the most relevant data that enables them, to have a brief over the document and to decide whether this is an interesting document, if they want to deep dive, or even if maybe this is not relevant, it's not worth spending my time on. So you notice that we have the feature extracted into specific fields, and I can decide to open and close each feature to maybe have a broader review of the data. And if, just for the example, I'm gonna open the judgment, you'll see that along with the response Torch generate with the summary of the feature, it also provide me with a quotation from the text. So Torch actually ground the response with a quotation from within the document. So it will help you to decide and to trust the response and to feel secure that you can actually go with that and continue with your work.
Amazing.
No.
And we'll go on to the next possible use of Torch. This was a PDF. We all know legal professionals use plenty of PDFs, so I hope you'll use it. Of course, you can keep this conversation with Torch and push it to its limits.
But we
But
know
also, we know all of us
that
read
legal documents are not the only type of sources that legal professionals use in their day-to-day tasks. And we also provided tools to enable you work with just everyday content, whether it's article, with social media post, or whatever it is that just come to your mind. You can
as long as in the internet.
as long as it's in the internet.
As long as in the internet, Torch will help you understand it legally from the legal perspective. So, for example, we have just a random news article. We all read news, and sometimes we just want to understand if there is some sort of legal issues going on. The violation button here, that actually means issue spotting button, is going through all the text and scans in case there is some sort of legal issues going on.
And this is actually, again, a model that was created in Dero, and it's assembled from two phases. So first phase of this model is actually to analyze the content and decide, is there an issue here? Yes or no? And if there is an incident detected, as we are witnessing here, what Torch is going to do is actually to go and search through our internal knowledge base and to decide what kind of allegations we can apply on this content, on this issue provided.
Amazing. So you can see here the Torch was able to detect some incident going on in the IP and communication domain. It will give you the explanation. It will give you the issues that it was able to identify, and so on. Now, remember, she told you the Torch has two main layers. One of them is for your ongoing research, your collection of information, this rabbit hole we all know legal professionals are going through. And the second one is for deep research. How I'm going transition from this rabbit hole into the deep research phase. By the way, before I'm jumping, I actually want to make sure also you are able to notice that Torch keeps all your queries in one place. So you can always go back and see your line of thought here with a context label, the question that you've asked, and the result. Torch always remembers what you asked it and where you asked it on, and you can always jump back, even if it was last week, last month, or a year ago. Now we'll go back to the flow and how you do deep research. So as I go through my research, I find some of the results interesting or relevant, and I want to collect them and save them into a folder. At the bottom of every result, you'll see the Save to Folder icon. So let's say I find this piece of information relevant. I'm going to create a memo. Let's give it a name. This is, how would you call it?
Let's call it the IP case.
IP case. And the folder is gonna be my big next case.
Yeah, because we are at the flow of a case discovery.
We're at a case discovery, or working on creating a new case, and this is my big next case project. And this is a memo within that folder. I'm gonna do save. Torch gonna always tell me where it saves it, but I'm gonna keep and save also the other ones because they were super relevant, of course.
Let's call it Alice IP summary.
The Alice is the different. Alice IP summary. I'm gonna save it to the same folder. Also that one, why not? Alice too.
Potential claims.
Potential claims. Okay.
Amazing.
Well, I'm gonna find it now. First, you have the hamburger menu with everything you need from Torch and also the follow-up. But also another place, it's the 4 arrows of the follow-up. And that's where we're going to find the actual universe of Torch. Just so we can orient ourselves, on the left panel, you can see all of your chats. Again, Torch always remembers what you did and where you were at, so you can always recall it. You can give your chats, your conversations, you can rename it so it will be easier to recall. It's for your service. On the top side of this panel, you're going to see your folders, your projects. You can create as many as you want, depends on the number of projects that are going on. So let's go into my big next case. Remember, we saved 3 memos. And in a folder, you can see 2 tabs. So I have the memos here. In every memo, you will see, again, the context label, where you ask the questions, what was the question, and the result. Torch always keeps them, and you can edit them and so on.
Yeah.
On the tab from the left to the memos, you have a very unique text box. It's not just like the text box on the side panel of Torch that you've seen previously. That's a dedicated text box, dedicated chat to this folder. You can speak to the folder. You actually created these 3 memos are your personal database that you have created along the way. Now you can start and speak to it. What question would you ask it?
So we can start by just maybe ask Torch to brief us of what this is. So
can you please give me
a brief?
A brief. You don't have to be that polite, by the way. You don't have to say please to Torch.
Okay, so you notice that because Torch understands that my question, no matter how vague it is, addresses the specific memos, it's just creating a brief of each memo. So for each memo is explaining me, it explains me what's the content of the memo. And now, again, because we are pretending that we are in the flow of case discovery and assuming that the memos are relevant for case discovery, I can also just ask Torch to draft me a complaint. Okay, and now it's drafting us a complaint, and you'll notice that he writes it writes the complaint, and it actually just fill in the information based on the given memos. Yeah.
So the folders and the memos are up to you to design and to create, and are based on your context and on your research. And the conversations that you will create with it are up to you. It's a tool in your hands to be creative with your data, to be creative with your journey, to push Torch to its limit and to push yourself beyond your limits, so you can actually go beyond whatever you ever imagined with the legal information that you've saved.
Yeah.
And just so we wrap it up.
Yeah, so just before we're gonna go into the question part, let's just recap on what we just learned. So we have, again, 3 main principles that we just witnessed in the demo. We have the workflow embedded. We've seen it with the in-context pills, Torch tags along, move with you, presenting the context of the pages that it reads, and the cross-sources documentation. We've seen that Torch actually creates a trail of research, providing us the ability to see the questions, the sources, the questions, and the answers, and creating kind of a trail of thought. What is the thought process that was behind the research? We have the expert-led tools. We've seen LegalLens that was designed to enable us to very quickly detect violations, and the key insight extraction, which is again a way to just create a brief of a document and to highlight the main aspects of the information. And the last one, the from inquiry to report, the support of the entire flow from the part of the ideation to the part of discovery and information gathering, using the memos, collecting information as you go, and synthesizing everything when you're at the folder chat, just with a very easy questions or task, just to create a very tailored document that just help you understand the research outcome.
Amazing.
And
with that,
we're moving to
yeah, let's
questions.
jump on the questions. We've seen few questions came in during the demo, so that's amazing.
Let's open.
Okay, give us a few seconds to read it.
Okay, so is there a document that lays out these steps and or walks the user through daily use? If we are referring to some kind of a user guide or something like that, first of all, we have many materials that we are sharing outside. We also have a walkthrough demo that is recorded and available, and we can send it. And as I mentioned, on your first interaction with Torch, Torch actually is going to onboard you, is going to introduce itself and just give you like a sneak to what it can do. And we can always answer question. We are available for you whenever you came across any kind of a challenge and a question. Maybe an opportunity to also mention that you can reach us via email or in Torch we have contact feed. Like we have a button we call feedback. It's available from the hamburger menu that Rona mentioned, and you can use it every time.
Amazing. So someone asked how to get, just to recall how to get the app again. So that's a great question. Let's make sure we are all aligned out on how to get the app. First of all, once we are done with that webinar, you're gonna get an email with all the links. So the main link is gonna be for Torch to the Chrome store. In the Chrome store, in the Chrome store, you will have this blue button here, and it will say add to Chrome. Now I just added it, but you will add it to Chrome, and then here in the little puzzle piece, you'll be able to find it, to pin it, and then to access it at all times. Always you can open it, close it, and open it and close it. It's always there. By the way, you can always remove it in case you want to, just from here.
And also maybe let's show again how to move from the side panel position to the full app.
Sure, that's a good call. From the side panel position, it's that one, it's the context aware, that's the one you're going through. In your, as you do the research, you have the full app where you do the deep research either at the 4 hours here or the full app here. That's the easiest way. By the way, you have the share button. Of course, you can share things and memos and relevant information with your teammates and your colleagues. And it's always here. Let's say let's give it,
we have, I think, one more question.
Yeah, one more question. I see.
Let's go to the Q&A.
Let's go to the Q&A.
Okay. Okay. So can Torch be pointed at a directory tree to view all the files that live there? So yes. Again, because it's in the browser, you can open a page, a directory page, and you are supposed to be able to see the files that live there. If you mean to be able to go into the content of the files, that will be more challenging. But to have like a review of the entire directory, it's something that it's definitely capable of doing. And I think we are at time. Yeah, and we have a few more questions coming up, but maybe let's just encourage people to send those questions, those very good questions, to our email. And yeah, and
thank you.
We'll be excited to answer everything and just to hear your thoughts.
And thank you so much for joining us, for showing interest. We love you to enjoy Torch, to send us as much feedback. We'd love to find you on it to your needs. And it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Enjoy Torch. You're gonna get the link to download it in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Bye,
you.
everybody.